What's up guys, AviddGeek here, how's it going? Time for another video, and today we're going to talk about a little announcement from Apple called the iPad Mini, as you can see on the title bar above. So yesterday Apple announced the iPad Mini, and yesterday Apple announced the iPad Mini. We've been expecting this for quite some time. It's just a matter of rumor. We kept seeing parts leaked, we saw batteries leaked, we saw connectors leaked, we saw cases leaked, so everything left and right was leaked way ahead of time. And then 2 or 3 hours ahead before the announcement was made by Apple, there was some photos released, and I think possibly a video that was actually had the iPad Mini on top of the iPad 3, I believe, 3rd generation. So, and there's a new iPad 4th generation, but that'll be talked about in another video. But in this video, we're talking about the iPad Mini. So, I just want to kind of go over that real quick and kind of give my opinion on it. Alright, so let's go ahead and have a rundown of the specs on the iPad Mini. So it comes in 2 colors. It comes in black and white, the usual Apple fare. You can get it in Wi-Fi. You can get a Wi-Fi with a cellular connection. Let's go over the size and weight. So the height of the iPad Mini is 7.87 inches, width is 5.3 inches, depth is 0.28 inches. The weight is 0.68 pounds. And let's see, the storage you can get is 16 gigabytes, 32 gigabytes, or 64 gigabyte models. The connection's the same pretty much as the other generation iPads, 802.11. You get A, B, G, and Wi-Fi connection, 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz, Bluetooth 4.0 technology. The carriers for the cellular connection is AT&T, Sprint, and Verizon, so nothing on T-Mobile at this point. The display is a 7.9-inch diagonal display. The resolution is 1024 by 768 resolution, which puts it at 163 pixels per inch. Okay, with the width and the height and the depth, what does that really mean? I mean, what does that mean to you guys as far as compared to the full-on 10-inch tablet? Well, the tablet, like I said, is 7.2 millimeters, so it's 23% thinner than the iPad. The weight, like I said, is 0.68 pounds, so that makes it 53% lighter than the iPad. Just think about that, 53%. That's quite a bit lighter than the iPad. The iPad isn't that heavy to begin with, but to have it over half the weight was shed off the iPad. That's an amazing feat, and it still provides the full experience. Obviously it doesn't have the newer chip, but the experience itself, iOS, and being able to do everything you can on iOS is still there. So there's a camera in the front, just like the regular iPad. There's also a camera in the back. The camera in the front, the FaceTime HD camera, has 1.2 megapixels, so you can do photos, 720 HD recording capability for video. You have FaceTime on there, so you can still do FaceTime, that's not a problem. That's face detection, geotagging. The back camera, the iSight camera, is 5 megapixel camera, so you can take 5 megapixel photos. It has autofocus, face detection, the same thing that we had on the other full-on tablets. And you can still record in 1080 HD video. The battery itself, you still get up to 10 hours. So Apple's always been great about their battery life, and so you can get the 10 hours of usage out of it. Now, what gets interesting is the connector. So the connector previously was the 30-pin connector, which all previous generation of Apple products has been using. The iPod Touch, the previous iPads, also the previous iPhones. So up until the iPhone 5, they were all using the 30-pin connector. But when the iPhone 5 came out, they switched over to the Lightning connector, which is a little smaller connector, and it didn't matter which way you put it. You can put it upside down or whatever. It'll always go into the input. So the new iPad Mini will have the Lightning connector. Everything's moving over to the Lightning connector, which means if you have a dock or you have any accessories that plug into your current iPad that you thought maybe you could put your iPad Mini into, it's not going to work unless you get an adapter. But I guess it just depends on how your dock is. If you can put an adapter on top and then put your iPad on top, and if that's not going to fall over or be secure enough. But anyways, you're going to need all brand new accessories in order to have your new iPad Mini docked in. So just keep that in mind when you're considering purchasing the new iPad Mini. So everything else comes the same. You have 3-axis gyros, accelerometer, ambient light sensor. Everything else as far as the specs is pretty much the same. What you do get Siri, which is different than the iPad 2, because as far as what I see in my head, it's like the iPad 3rd generation with the display of the iPad 2, but shrunk down to a 7.9-inch screen. So if you can follow that. So iPad 3rd generation, the features you get out of that, which is Siri, for voice dictation and so on, and iOS, you get all of that, the functionality, with the resolution of the iPad 2 in my mind, to shrunk down to a 7.9-inch factor. I think that's a great deal. So you get the full experience of a 10-inch tablet within a 7.9-inch tablet. And these tablets start at $329 compared to a full-on 10-inch tablet, which is $499. So that's $170 difference between the two. So those who have always wanted an iPad of some sort, you know, now it becomes more affordable for those that have always wanted one. I know my family has always kind of wanted an iPad, but they've always thought it was a little too expensive when they can get a Kindle Fire, you know, for $200, and now it's $150, I believe, or $160. So, but they like the iPad. But now with that iPad Mini out, the price has now dropped down quite considerably, so it makes it way more affordable for a lot more people. I think it's a great way to have market penetration by providing the same experience and the same functionality, everything that you get with the 10-inch tablet at a lower cost, even with a 7.9-inch display. So if you haven't had a chance, take a look at the keynote. It's now available on apple.com. They streamed it this year to the Apple TVs, and I think through the Apple devices if you're able to watch it. Know what your comments and thoughts are. If you have any questions, anything at all, just leave it in the comment section below. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Check out my blog site. I have some pictures up from that Canon camera that I unboxed, the Rebel T3i. I'll be taking some more photos and posting them on there. So if you wanted to see what that's like, just go ahead and take a look at that. Follow me on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. I'm also on Google+, so follow me there as well. I'll be doing a little bit more interaction on there. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys later. See you in the next video. Peace out.